Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to another video. My name is Maureen Achu. I'm a food, family and lifestyle vlogger. I live in the United Kingdom. I'm a Nigerian. So guys, welcome to today's video. It's a mukbang, guys. It's a mukbang. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm eating abacha today, you guys, and I thought to share with you all. And in addition, I'm going to be doing a first time tag. I already have a recipe of how to make abacha on my channel. I'm going to link it on my description so you can watch. So guys, yeah, I'm going to be enjoying this abacha with watermelon juice, you guys. I love watermelon juice. This is watermelon smoothie. So come and join me, and let me zoom this camera so you just take a look at what my abacha is. So abacha is basically Nigerian cassava flakes, and like I said, I have a link on how to make it. And then you guys, I love fish head. How many people love fish head? So I'm using mackerel fish, and it's mackerel fish head. And then I have just, let me show you. I have just one of the fish, what do we call this part? In the comment section, let me know. One of the fish parts, So yeah, I'm going to be having this, and I'm going to be answering some first time questions. I hope you enjoy watching this video, and please, if you do, don't forget to give it a like, share, send a comment in the comment section, and let's dive right into this video. So before I start, let me zoom this. So I'm going to be having abacha. I have some onions here, and I don't really like to put my onions on top of the abacha. This is so delicious. This is really delicious. Then I have some cow food. I have some peppered cow food, and then I have my onions here by the side. Let me bring it closer so you guys can have a look. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Yeah. So let's eat, guys. So first question says, there are lots of questions here and it's not even numbered, so I'm just going to be reading them accordingly. So first question, first app you check when you wake up in the morning. The first app I check when I wake up, I don't have a first app. Any app, as long as it's social media app, I just go on it. I could go to Facebook, Instagram, I could go to Twitter, I could go to Google, I could go to YouTube, but I definitely just have to be on social media. So I don't really have a particular app I check when I wake up. First broken bone, no, I've never had a broken bone. First foreign country you ever visited, Dubai. First makeup item, my first makeup item should be eye pencil, like what I bought with my money. Eye pencil and a lipstick. Yeah. Watermelon juice, you can never go wrong with watermelon juice. I love watermelon juice. First plane ride you ever went on, that's Aero. If you grew up in Nigeria, you know about Aero. Aero was the first flight I ever entered. First time I ever got into trouble at home and school. I never got into trouble while in school. Never got into trouble at all. But first time I got into trouble at home should be, like major trouble at home should be when I traveled without letting my parents know. So my mom somehow got to find out because she saw the tickets in my bag. But as at this time, I was already I was in my 20s, but that was my very first time of traveling without letting my parents know, and my mom got to find out, and I was in deep, big trouble. So that was the first time I was in serious trouble at home. First time you were allowed to put on makeup. First time I was allowed to put on makeup, honestly, I was never restricted, so I honestly can't say there was really a first time, because every time I always keep trying to do this thing, trying to make up when my mom is not around. Sometimes I'll use the eye pencil, but the very first time I really did a full makeup, I had finished secondary school. So yeah, first YouTuber you subscribe to, oh my goodness. To be honest, the first YouTuber I subscribed to is a Nigerian lady that lives in America. The first lifestyle video I saw on YouTube was this woman's video. She was talking about her Nigerian dad, meeting her Nigerian dad for the first time over 30 years, I honestly can't remember this woman's name again. I wish I can remember, but if I remember her name, I'll put it on, you know, the screen so you guys will see. Like, she was the first Nigerian YouTuber I subscribed to. In fact, the first YouTube channel I subscribed to, she was the first. Then the second was Dine Ekweme, because it was through the woman that I somehow, while watching her video, I somehow stumbled on Dine Ekweme's video talking about Nigeria also. So yeah, it was that woman first. Oh, I don't know why I forgot this lady's name. Oh my goodness. Okay. Honestly, you guys, ever since I started this weight loss thing, to eat is hard for me now. I don't know why. Like, food is like stress to me. A bit stressful. Okay. This question says, first time you went shopping on your own. The first time I went shopping on my own, I was already a grown girl. In the university, that was the first time I went shopping on my own. Okay, my first car was Toyota Matrix. My first celebrity crush. Oh my goodness. My first celebrity crush growing up was Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, you guys. I've told my husband this story. Like, back then in Calabar, where I grew up, as a teenager, I'll just be thinking about me in Michael Jackson's house, living with him, going to every show that he wants to go to with me. Like, I'll just be imagining myself living in Michael Jackson's house. So Michael Jackson was my first celebrity crush. As a little teenager then, I had Michael Jackson all over my mind. Like, I always thought about him. I've never seen him, but I always thought about having like something serious to do with him. So he was my first celebrity crush. And looking back now, I'll be like, what were you? What was that? My first ever boyfriend. Okay, my first ever boyfriend was in the university. When I got into the university, my first ever date, my first ever serious date, second year in the university. My first ever kiss, second year in the university. My first fear, oh my goodness, you guys, my first fear, my first ever serious fear was just death. Like, I feared death so much. That was my first fear, like serious fear. My first friend in college, I've talked about her here on my channel. Nchewi Imoke. Nchewi was my first friend in college. My first heartbreak, oh my goodness. This is a different, like, this is a very, very long story. This is a very long story that I'll have to ask my husband for a permission. Like, I'll just do a video on this. My first heartbreak was still back then in the university. My first Instagram post. Okay, so my first Instagram post was me in my office back then in 2000 and I think 15 or 16. I think 16, yeah. 2016. My first internet activity was like a long time ago when internet kind of started. Yeah, that was my first internet activity then. So we usually go for what they call all-night browsing as at that time, back then in the days. My first job, so my first job was after NYSC. I got a job as a secretary. So yeah, that was my first ever job. My first ever language is basically my language, Igbo. My first pet, and I've never had a first pet. My first love is my family. Family is my first love. My first piercing, and when did I get it? My first piercing was when I pierced like 2 extra holes on my ears, and I got that in 2010. Yeah, 2010. My first sexual experience, oh my goodness, you guys, how will I come and start saying all these things now, eh? My first sexual experience, please Google, leave me alone. My first swear word, It's a normal Nigerian word that a lot of children will use, I think. Yeah, I know I used to use it then. Maybe growing up, I used to use it. My first thought today. My first thought today. What was my first thought today? Okay, I thought about a lot of things this morning when I woke up. I thought of how next week is going to be. Today is Sunday, so I thought of what I was going to make for tomorrow. Like I'm going to make it today for the week kind of. So I think that was my first serious thought. I thought about how I'm going to plan my week. Yeah, starting from tomorrow Monday. My first time on a plane. First time on a plane was 2000 and I think 2005. Yes, that was my first time on the plane. I went to Abuja. Yes, that was my first time on the plane. My first time on a ship. First time on a ship was when I went to a traditional marriage in Ugep in Cross River State, like northern part of Cross River, and we entered what they call a pontoon. Oh my god. Most of the people in Ugep have to travel by this pontoon to get into their villages. So you guys, this pontoon carries a lot of cars. So we went in a bus, church bus, and when we got to that where we were supposed to board the pontoon, our bus kind of drove into the pontoon, and we now came out, sat in. It's very big. I don't know how to describe it. It's like a ship, you understand? So that was my first time, or should I say is a ship, but what they call it then is a pontoon. If you have an idea of that, please let me know in the comment section. So that was my first time entering a ship. My first toy. What was my first toy? I will not even lie. Let me not come and lie here. See, honestly, growing up, I was not that girl that used to have toys. So I can't say I never had a toy. My first tweet, I cannot remember my first tweet. My first YouTube video. Oh my goodness. I always remember my first YouTube video. I talked about you guys, I'm not even eating. I don't know. I've not been having appetite to eat, honestly. My first YouTube video, I talked about procrastination. Yeah, I remember that very well. My online profile picture. My first online profile picture. Okay, so my first online profile picture was when I started my Facebook page, and that was when I went for NYSC. So I opened my Facebook page when I think I was about going for NYSC, or when I went for NYSC. So I think it's just between, it just has a lot to do with my NYSC. That I remember very well. That was my first profile picture, I think, with my NYSC outfit. This question. The first book I remember reading, oh my god, the first book I remember reading as a child, maybe in the primary school, I think I remember Eze Goes to School. I remember I think Simbi that used to make this natural hairstyle. I remember that Simbi. Is this Simbi? Oh my god. But Eze Goes to School, I remember that very, very well. I think that was my first book that I ever read. The first concert I ever attended was in the secondary school. I was in this club they call the Interact Club, Ejeli Memorial Girls Secondary School, Calabar. If you know about that school, or you know anyone that attended that school, Ejeli Memorial, like I remember there was this concert, and our concert was the best that year. A lot of clubs were kind of organizing concerts, and my club, the Interact Club, we organized the concert, invited other Interact clubs from other schools, and that concert was wow. That concert was simply the best that year. Yeah, so that was the first concert I ever attended, and I was part of the organizers. First movie I remember seeing India movies, the Snake Girl. I can't even forget the Snake Girl. I can't forget Sunita. I think Sunita is a Snake Girl. I don't know. I can't forget a lot of, they have very nice movies. A lot of Indian movies that I watched that I really enjoyed. But Indian movies were seriously like my first movies that I watched and I really, really liked as a child. Then later on, when Nigeria started making movies, my first Nigerian movie was Living in Bondage. Living in Bondage, and I love this so much. First person I talked to today was my husband, because I woke up close to him. First person that ever broke my heart. You guys have come again, no? So, first person that ever broke my heart, the same first person I met in the university second year, and unfortunately, after many years, this same heartbreaker came back to marry me, and I was like, no, thank you. I'm not interested. So guys, I think that is all for this video, the first time video. That is all for it. I hope you enjoyed watching, and we haven't even started eating our food. We haven't even started, so I'm still going to round up by finishing my food. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please do give it a thumbs up, like, send a comment, share, subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. Be a part of my family. And yeah guys, thank you so much for always tuning in, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Meanwhile, I'm still going to finish this food. I don't know how to finish this food, but yeah, I think I have to drink my juice. Juice is life, water is life, juice is life. Anything that is liquid is life. Oh my goodness, guys. How are we going to do this food now? Okay, let's start with the fish. Maybe I was supposed to talk, pause, eat, continue talking, pause again, eat. Maybe that was what I was supposed to do, but I was just busy answering all the questions and not eating. But that's it for this video, guys. I'm going to try and see if I can eat some of this, even though I know I'll definitely not finish it. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.